Hey, Layden, you were the first one to pop up, and Natalie was almost the first by like a split second. Good job. Welcome back. Have you enjoyed your half-hour time break or finishing up seat work or things like that? Everyone's popping on. Hello. I feel the same way, Layden. Either tired or eyes itching from allergies, right? No? There we go. Okay. Yep. Hello, Aiden, Athendale, Natalie, Layden, Evelyn. We give a couple more seconds for people to continue hopping on. I know they're going to be. Natalie, you saying hi? You have a question? Okay, what's your question? Aw, she's cute. Yeah, they like that. Mayan meows at me because he's demanding food. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Pietra. Dasha's coming on. Hey, Dasha. There we go. Layden, you're muted on your side. There we go. Yep, you're there now. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Hey, Nicole. The looks like she's coming on. Okay, so let's open up our history to page number 199 as we're waiting for people to join. Can you give like another minute for people to get on? Page 199. Nicole. Can you see other people? Okay, then give a couple seconds. Maybe it'll flip over to be able to see. Were you able to see me through for math? Yeah, okay, so if not, then just listen, because that's what history mostly is, and hopefully your whatever you're using will flip over so that you can see me. Okay? Okay, so page 199. If we're here, give us a little bit of a head start. Welcome back. Oh, it's chapstick, right? I think you were eating a cheese stick, Sasha. Okay, so I see Jocelyn, Caitlin, and Aiden. Catherine's getting on. Joshua's getting on. Give it another minute. Jocelyn. I love history too. I wish like we could just like go and travel to all the historical places. That would be so cool. But that would take almost all year and tons of money. So we get to travel through reading and listening. Okay, so page 199, and we are going to start with the Spanish American War. The Spanish American War. So we a little bit about yesterday is we picked up with closing out the 50 states in America, with Hawaii becoming our 50th state, Alaska becoming our 49th state, and now we're picking up with the Spanish American War. Natalie. Oh, that would have been good. Yeah, that would be good. I'm glad you didn't get out. So, the Spanish American War. So now we're going to kind of go back in our memory to Columbus. Okay? So, that we're going to kind of go back. Remember, when Columbus discovered America, who did he claim it for? He claimed it for Spain. So, Spain gained control of a large part of the New World. They gained control of the islands near Cuba, the islands of Florida. We learned about a while ago about the Americans buying Florida back from the Spain government because the Indians in Florida were unfriendly. I'm trying to bring my book up to where it's kind of like eye level with me, so that I don't have to be looking down reading while I'm talking to you. So don't look like this the whole time. It's kind of boring if you're looking at my head. So that way you can at least see me just a little bit better. Jocelyn. Probably. I've seen some pretty neat and really detailed sandcastles built. They actually have a contest with it. It is so cool. Maybe you could try building one this summer if you go down to the beach. So, when Columbus discovered America, he claimed good parts of it for Spain, and then other European countries like France, England, Portugal began also claiming parts of the New World. The island of Cuba, which is located 90 miles south of Florida. So if I'm traveling south, am I traveling down or am I traveling up? So if I'm traveling down, give me a thumbs down. If I'm traveling up, give me a thumbs up. So if I'm traveling south, am I traveling down or am I traveling up? Down or up? South. Down or up? I can't be traveling in between. Down or up? South. I am traveling down. The easy way to remember, whenever you travel south, you're traveling down. Whenever you're traveling north, you're traveling up. Okay? So north is up, south is down. It's the easiest two to remember. My hardest part is east and west. But north and south are easy. South is down, north is up. So Cuba is 90 miles south of Florida. So it's an island in the Atlantic Ocean underneath Florida, about the distance between here and the Jersey Shore. Maybe a little bit under that. So right around that is the distance between Florida and Cuba. Though Spain struggled to keep Cuba, the people of Cuba constantly fought for their independence. In an effort to stop the fighting, the Spanish sometimes treated the Cubans cruelly. In time, the people of the United States grew more sympathetic toward the Cubans. It was their wish that the people of all countries would be free and independent, just as Americans were. Remember the Maine. Now, this Maine is not the country, the state Maine. Aiden. It does. Even though it might have became independent, it didn't stay that way, unfortunately. After they still are connected. If you look at the map in North America, Mexico, you have North America, the United States, Mexico, and Canada are all connected. But Mexico was controlled by Spain, North America, and the United States and Canada was controlled by England until we won our independence, and then England controlled Canada, and then we controlled ourselves. Caitlin. Somebody made it. Okay, so we're going to move on to the sandcastle and picking up with Remember the Maine. Remember the Maine? Maine is not the state they're talking about. It is actually a ship. So because the American government started feeling sympathetic, or they kind of really started feeling sorry for the Cubans and wanted the Cubans to be free also, and wanted to help in their fight for independence, the United States government sent the battleship Maine on a peaceful mission to protect the Americans that were living in Cuba. All went well until a great explosion sank the Maine, and most of her sailors were killed or drowned. Who blew up the Maine? Even today, nobody knows the answer to that question. At the time, the people of the United States blamed the Spanish, even though the Spanish said they did not do it. So imagine this, you and your brother or you and your sister are playing in the house and you broke your mom's favorite cup. What are you normally going to say? If your mom asked you, what are you probably going to say? I didn't do it. He did it. I didn't do it. She did it. You're going to blame the other person. Well, the United States blamed Spain, and Spain said, we didn't do it. And still to this day, nobody knows who blew up the Maine. Remember the Maine became the slogan or the title, like kind of like a campaign thing or a saying that many people like thought we blame Spain for blowing up our ship, therefore we should go to war with Spain. And when they would give the reason behind it, they would say, remember the Maine. Remember what they did to the Maine? That's why we should go to war with Spain. On April 25th, 1898, our government declared war on Spain. The purpose of the Spanish-American War was to set Cuba free from Spain. Since the only way to get to Cuba was from either the United States or Spain was by water, the navies of both countries became very important. When the war began, Admiral George Dewey of the United States Navy was sent to the Philippine Islands. Although these islands are in the Pacific Ocean near China, they also belong to Spain. It is. Cuba in the beginning never had it. I don't know what caused them to lose it afterwards. But as we go through history, we probably will figure it out. I don't know offhand what happened afterwards. After that. That blew up the ship. I don't see why the Americans would blow up their own ship, but I couldn't say that it's not possible because we don't really know who did it. I don't see the reason behind it. But I don't think so because remember, Cuba is an island, so this boat would be off the island. So it had to be someone near Cuba or someone that would have a reason to. There's really not many people that would have like Spain at that time would have a reason to, because Cuba wanted to become free from Spain, and we were trying to help Cuba. So Spain would have a reason to blow it up. But normally, people coming to another country don't want to cause trouble in that country normally. Could have been. Aiden. I don't think God would have purposely blew up a ship, but yet I can't say he wouldn't either. Maybe he caused it. Maybe it was just an accident. Maybe there was like a gas leak or a leak somewhere, and maybe it just happened on its own. We don't know, but we blame Spain, and Spain said we didn't do it. But to help Cuba get her independence from Spain, we went to go and help. We declared war to help Cuba get her independence from Spain. So, although these islands, the Philippine Islands, are in the Pacific Ocean near China, they also belong to Spain. Admiral Dewey sailed into a bay of the Philippine Islands where a fleet of Spanish ships was docked. There, the United States Navy destroyed the Spanish ships without receiving harm to our own ship. Meanwhile, Americans were fighting, I'm on the bottom page 199, the Spanish in Cuba and in the seas nearby. Theodore Roosevelt, who would one day become president of the United States, led a group of American soldiers known as the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders played an important part in winning the most important land battle fought in the Spanish-American War, the Battle of San Juan Hill. The entire war lasted only 3 months. It was the shortest war the United States had ever fought until that time, and until that time, very important, because eventually there will be another war later on, and it's shorter than this 3-month war. Okay, so until this time, it was only a 3-month war, which was the shortest war that was fought. So what was the result of the Spanish-American War? At the end of it, the Spanish-American War, Spain gave Cuba her freedom, and the United States received several islands that had previously belonged to Spain: the Philippines, Guam in the Pacific Ocean, and Puerto Rico, an island near Cuba. And that is why the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico are all territories of the United States. So Cuba got what she wanted. She got her independence with no ties to the United States. And the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico got their independence from Spain and became a territory of the United States. Remember we talked about last 2 days. Alaska was a territory, and so was Hawaii. Both of them eventually became states. The Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico have not become states yet. That's why there's not 53 states. So Guam, the Philippines, and Puerto Rico are a territory of the United States. They belong pretty much to the United States, but they're run by either government that we elect, or they're run by government of their own, but they're kind of still under our protection a little bit. Eventually, I know Puerto Rico for the last couple of years has been trying to become a state in the past. It just hasn't happened yet. So who knows? Maybe in our lifetime we'll actually see 51 states in the United States. In return, the United States paid Spain $20 million. During the years after the war, the United States tried to help the people of these islands by building hospitals and schools. Many missionaries from the United States went to the Philippine Islands. We have a family who has some there right now. Jocelyn. Yeah, hopefully they won't, and everything will be fine. We'll keep praying for that, though, right? Yep. But right now, we're praying that God keeps them safe and keeps them healthy, and everything goes the way that it needs to go for youth and for them, right? Yeah, but the Lord knows what's best, right? So we'll keep praying and asking to God for help and for what He wants is best, right? So Spain, Americans helped the people of the Philippines to learn how to govern themselves. Since then, the Philippine Islands have become independent. The people of Puerto Rico and Guam are considered citizens of the United States, but they also have their own government. Spain, which once owned a great wealth in America's possessions, now owns none. Perhaps the most important result of that war to our country is that other countries now saw us as a world power because of our possessions around the globe. So now we help 3 different countries become independent and be able to govern themselves. Cuba became independent and then later on in history lost their independence. And we'll learn about that a little bit later. So let's review what we learned today a little bit. Go over some of the main parts. So let's go back to page 199. So let's look at some of the main bold words. The battleship Maine. The battleship Maine was a what? Was it a state or was it a ship? So if it was a state, give me a thumbs up. If it was a ship, give me a thumbs down. Battleship Maine was a ship. Good job. So thumbs down. First of all, battleship gives us a hint that it was a ship. Now, it is also the name of its state, Maine, but it's not what we're talking about here. Okay? What was the purpose of the Spanish-American War? Was it to set Cuba free from Spain, or was it to gain control of Cuba? So, if it was to gain control of Cuba, give me a thumbs up. If it was to set Cuba free from Spain, give me a thumbs down. Was the purpose of the Spanish-American War? Was it to gain control of Cuba, thumbs up, or set Cuba free from Spain, thumbs down? And I can't throw one each way. My thumb should be down. The purpose of the Spanish-American War was to give Spain her freedom, Cuba her freedom from Spain. When the war began, Admiral George Dewey of the United States Navy went to which island? If he went to the Philippine Islands, give me a thumbs up. If he went to the islands of Puerto Rico, give me a thumbs down. Admiral George Dewey of the United States Navy in the beginning of the Spanish-American War. If he went to the Philippine Islands, give me a thumbs up. If he went to the island of Puerto Rico, give me a thumbs down. I like the heart too, but unfortunately that's not one of my answers. But I give hearts back too. I miss all you guys. Thumbs up. He went to the Philippine Islands. Okay, Rough Riders. The group of Rough Riders were a group of American soldiers during the Spanish-American War. They were led by thumbs up for Franklin Roosevelt, thumbs down for Theodore Roosevelt. Who were the Rough Riders led by? Thumbs up for Franklin Roosevelt, thumbs down for Theodore Roosevelt. Thumbs down. Theodore Roosevelt was the one. Good job. In the most important land battle in the Spanish-American War, was it thumbs up, San Juan Cinto, or thumbs down, San Juan Hill? The most important battle in the Spanish-American War, thumbs up for San Juan Cinto, or thumbs down for San Juan Hill? Good job. Thumbs down. San Juan Hill is the right one. How long did the Spanish-American War last? Actually, how many months? Give me it on your fingers. How many months did the Spanish-American War last? Give me the number on your fingers. 3. Good job. So 3 either this way or this way is fine. Okay, so how many islands did we receive from Spain as a result of this? Give me the number on your fingers. That would be 12 if you're giving me 2 hands. So if you want the number 3, you got to do it on 1 hand. 3, that would be 12 if you're doing it with 2 hands. 3, we received the island of the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico. We didn't receive Cuba. Cuba received her own independence. Good job. So we're going to end now. I'm ending about 2 minutes early, so you get an extra 2 minutes on lunch. I will see you guys for health at 1:30. So you have almost an hour for health. Not health. An hour for lunch and a break. And just to relax and enjoy yourself, I will see everybody back in about an hour. Yay. See you in a little bit.